What if I told you that oil burning isn't a permanent engine failure, but a fixable condition most drivers are never shown how to reverse? The real problem isn't worn-out engines. It's a buildup and imbalance that slowly destroys how your engine is supposed to operate, and it's something the auto industry has quietly ignored for decades. Today, I'm going to show you a $0 Japanese method that can reduce, and in many cases, completely stop oil burning permanently without a mechanic, without a shop, and without replacing a single part. And don't miss the final step, because it's the one that determines whether the fix actually lasts or fails completely. Let's get into it. Number 1, stop topping off without asking why. Most people see low oil, pour some in and move on. But oil doesn't disappear by magic. If your level is dropping between changes, your engine is either leaking it or burning it. And those are two completely different problems. The fix starts with tracking. Every time you add oil, write down the date, the mileage, and how much you added. 1 quart every 3,000 miles is a very different situation than 1 quart every 500 miles. Data beats guessing. Always. Number 2 is where most people throw money away without even realizing it. Number 2, wrong viscosity is silently killing your seals. Use what the manual says. Fine advice for a new engine, but a high-mileage engine has worn seals and wider tolerances, gaps that didn't exist when that car left the factory. Running thin 0W20 in that engine is like wearing a raincoat full of holes. In Japan, experienced mechanics understood this. As an engine ages, it sometimes needs slightly higher viscosity oil to compensate. Moving from 0W20 to 5W30 or from 5W30 to 10W40 has stopped oil consumption in engines I have personally worked on. The parts store keeps collecting your money because nobody told you this. But viscosity is only half the story. Number 3 is the $0 fix your mechanic will never mention. Number 3, the dirty PCV valve nobody checks. This is the one. A small valve connected by a rubber hose to your intake manifold whose entire job is to manage pressure inside your engine. When it clogs, and it will clog with carbon and sludge, pressure builds inside the crankcase and gets forced past your seals and rings. That pressure becomes oil burn. Remove the PCV valve and shake it. You should hear it rattle. If it doesn't rattle, it's stuck. Spray it with carburetor cleaner, let it soak, then shake it again. This costs $0. In Japan, checking this is basic engine literacy. Everywhere else, somehow, it became a secret. Number 4 is something you are probably doing every single morning, and it's slowly destroying your engine. Number 4, cold engine revving destroys seals quietly. You start the car, rev it once, pull straight out of the driveway. Feels fine. But when the engine is cold, oil hasn't fully circulated yet. Your valve stem seals are stiff, dry, and unprepared for pressure. Repeated cold revving hardens and cracks those seals over time. And cracked seals leak oil into the combustion chamber every time you drive. The fix is 30 seconds. Start the engine, let it idle, then move. No cost, no parts. Just patience. The engines I grew up around in Japan always got that moment. They never burned oil. Number 5 is a warning sign most drivers see every morning and completely misread. Number 5, the blue puff most people ignore. Start your cold engine and watch the exhaust. A small puff of bluish-gray smoke at startup that quickly disappears. That is oil burning off valve stems. Most people blame cold weather. But cold weather doesn't make blue smoke. Blue smoke is always oil. That startup puff is your early warning signal. And it's the perfect moment to act before you need a $1,200 valve seal replacement. Wait too long, and no method, no additive, no trick will save you from the mechanical repair. Catch it now, and you still have options. Number 6 is where most people waste the most money thinking they're solving the problem. Number 6, stop buying additives that mask the problem. Most retail oil additives were designed to create repeat customers, not permanent fixes. They temporarily thicken the oil, and 3 months later, you're back for another bottle. Meanwhile, the real cause, the clogged PCV, the worn seals, the wrong viscosity, keeps getting worse underneath. Some seal conditioners with serious chemistry behind them are worth considering. But the $6 bottle next to the register promising to stop burn instantly, that's marketing, not engineering. This method is not about adding products. It's about removing causes. One of these philosophies costs you nothing. Number 7 is the counterintuitive habit that saved an engine that should have been scrapped. Number 7, your engine needs to run hard sometimes. City driving keeps your engine in a lukewarm, low RPM state that allows carbon to slowly build up on your piston rings. And carbon-coated rings let oil slip past them into the combustion chamber. The fix is simple. Occasionally take the car on a highway, warm it up fully, and drive it hard for a sustained period. Not recklessly, but at real RPM with real heat. I've seen this alone cut oil consumption by more than 60% in a vehicle that was burning nearly a liter every 800 kilometers. The mechanic who quoted a rebuild wasn't wrong. He just wasn't giving you the full picture. Number 8 sounds like a contradiction, but stay with me because this one costs people hundreds of dollars a year. Number 8, you're changing your oil at the wrong time. Too infrequent and your oil breaks down, loses viscosity, and accelerates wear. We know that part. But here's what the oil change industry won't tell you. Changing full synthetic at 3,000 miles in an engine spec'd for 10,000 is not extra protection. It's wasted money. Worse, in a burning engine, changing oil too frequently prevents the natural seal conditioning that quality synthetics provide over time. The oil needs time to do its chemistry. Read your actual specification, not the sticker on your windshield, which exists to bring you back every 90 days. Number 9 is the single diagnostic step that could save you thousands. Almost nobody does it. Number 9, the compression test half that nobody does. A standard compression test measures cylinder pressure. Useful. But a wet compression test, where you add a small amount of oil into the cylinder before testing, tells you something completely different. If numbers jump significantly on the wet test, your rings are worn. If they don't, the problem is valves or head gaskets. 2 completely different repairs, 2 completely different costs. I have watched people pay for ring jobs when they needed valve work because nobody did this one extra step. It takes 2 minutes. It costs nothing. It changes everything. And now, the final step, the one that determines whether all of this actually holds. Number 10, that's normal is the most expensive lie in auto you bring your car in. You're told 1 quart per 1,000 miles is within manufacturer specification, and you go home feeling like you overreacted. That specification exists to protect the manufacturer from warranty claims, not to tell you your engine is healthy. A well-maintained engine should consume essentially 0 measurable oil between changes. 0. And here is the critical point. If you do everything in this list, clean the PCV, fix the viscosity, change your habits, run the engine properly, but then you hear, that's normal, and stop. Everything resets. The follow-through is the method. That's the part nobody completes.